Okay, so Pat, why don't you go ahead and first of all introduce yourself. Talk to us a little bit about the role that you serve here and how 3D printing has really kind of transformed what you see the potential of instrument science, electrical engineering, and the technologies of today being able to actually make your job even easier than what it might have been 10 years ago even.
So hello, my name is Patrick Haas. I am an electronics engineer at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. I have been working with instruments, instrument development, concepts, and a little bit more than electronic engineering since I came here. I started here in 1989 working with a scientific instrument development. Worked on all different sizes and types of scientific instruments here with what used to be called the Laboratory for Astronomy and Solar Physics. Primarily work in solar physics now. But the instruments we made, we would start off very early stage with concept development, prototypes right here in the lab, and then build up to what might be classified as a large mission like SOHO and stereo and things like that, those larger missions. I started out as an electronic engineer. Mainly I was doing just electronics, but over the years, due to a lot of engineers moving on to other areas or retiring, I began wearing a lot of hats now. So I'm kind of an engineer of all trades, broad but shallow. What's that, jack of all trades, master of none. So it allows me to be exposed to a few more technologies. And I came across 3D printing last year with a gentleman downstairs who had a 3D printer. We were coming up, I had to design some mechanical components. Again, I'm not a mechanical engineer, but I'm kind of becoming one now. It costs money to machine something. It's a commitment. You design it and the saying, you measure twice, cut once. Well, that rarely happens in this business. And so the machine shop gets kind of irritated when you go down there, hurry up, make this for me, and then you go down and remake it and remake it. And I try to measure, but even then, you don't always get it perfect. So I said, hey, I can 3D print a prototype. Basically cost nothing. 13 cents worth of materials. Did a fit check, and sure enough it needed some adjustments that did not come out on paper and from other measurements before I committed to having a metal cut, which cost money and time. So that was the first benefit of 3D printing that I